What's up, everybody? Matt Gajeski here, back again with the Stokastic Fantasy Football YouTube channel. And today I am here to talk 5 league-winning tight ends ahead of the 2022 fantasy football season. Before we get started, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when this and all other content goes live. We're also brought to you today by Underdog. If you've never heard of Underdog, they're the best place to play fantasy football in the summer months. Best Ball Mania 3 is already underway. That's a tournament with a $10 million prize pool. All you have to do is draft your team, and that's it. There's no in-season management, no waivers, no trades. Underdog gives you your best score every single week, and then the highest score at the end of the year wins. Last year's Best Ball Mania championship team was drafted in June, so there is no time to wait. Better yet, they're going to double your first deposit up to $100 when you use the promo code AWESEMO. That's good for 4 entries into Best Ball Mania 3. Head to UnderdogFantasy.com. Go to the App Store, or even click the link in the video description below and use the promo code AWESEMO to take advantage of your free $100. All right, league-winning tight ends. So I think to start this out, we all know who the most likely league-winning tight ends are. Travis Kelce, Mark Andrews, Kyle Pitts, George Kittle, Darren Waller, in one order or another. That's baked into their ADP. You have to spend premium draft capital on those players. What we're going to discuss today is the players outside of that range. Who has the best chance to get into that top 5 position, or maybe who's even the next Dawson Knox, a player going undrafted or really late in drafts who can get you inside that top 10 and be a difference maker when you are not spending premium draft capital on the position. And to start, I do think there is one player who has a chance to climb into that top 5 range, and it is Dalton Schultz from Dallas. Now, he's never really produced at that level to this point in his career, but it is the perfect storm of available opportunity and efficiency for Schultz at this point in his career. We should be looking at a healthy season from Dak Prescott, and Dalton Schultz has already been pretty efficient. Last year, 1.52 yards per route run. That was tied for 8th in the NFL at the tight end position. He already saw 100 targets. That was good for a 16.5% target share. And now you're removing over 200 targets from the offense, coming mostly via Amari Cooper. So who's left in Dallas? You have CeeDee Lamb, of course. Michael Gallup is there, but he's nursing an injury, a serious injury that he didn't have repaired till after the season. So to open the year, you might be looking at CeeDee Lamb, rookie Jalen Tolbert, and James Washington, career journeyman, opening three wide receiver sets. Dalton Schultz is going to be on the field for almost every single play for a team that is extremely up-tempo. They were second in plays per game and very pass-heavy, 6th in pass rate and neutral game scripts. So Schultz does have this blend of efficiency and available opportunity that could potentially get him into the top 5. From there, we're going to talk about some players coming off the board a little later. You know, Schultz on Underdog, his ADP is currently 67.5, so you do have to spend premium capital on him. But some of the other guys you don't. And I'm going to go to Irv Smith, who is coming back from a season-ending injury for the Minnesota Vikings. And he's off the board as tight end 11. That's with an ADP of 122.3 on Underdog. Certainly palatable there, but Irv Smith is really entering his first career season without competition. Looking back to his 2020 season, he only had 43 targets, but he still was playing with Kyle Rudolph. And now last year's tight end 1, Tyler Conklin's also gone. This team has 113 available targets, and 94 of those are coming at the tight end position. Better yet, they're undergoing a complete rebuild in terms of coaching staff and management. And now they are expected to improve on their 13th overall pass rate and neutral game scripts and plays per game. So we're looking at a potentially more up-tempo, more pass-heavy scheme for Minnesota with available targets at the tight end position and no real competition for Irv Smith there, a player who has always been efficient, particularly as a receiver in his career. From there, we are going down the board and we are going to start getting into the depths. One player who's coming with a severe discount is Robert Tonyan of the Green Bay Packers, ADP of 152.3 on Underdog. That is tight end 17. Now, we can talk about Tonyan's injury all day long. Basically, what we know is he's questionable for week 1. To me, that suggests that he should be playing earlier rather than later in the season. But again, we just don't have that information right now. So to me, I'm going to take some flyers on Tonyan. And if he misses the first few weeks of the year, I'm comfortable holding him. Now, there's a lot to like about him. He's been an efficient player in his career. Back in 2020, before he suffered the injury, he was at 1.55 yards per route run. That's excellent. And nothing's really changing with the situation. Aaron Rodgers is still there. This team was still 8th in pass rate and neutral game scripts. They do play a little bit slower, but the efficiency is always there for Tonyan. Now they have 248 vacated targets, most of them coming from Davante Adams, and only 4 come from the tight end position. But we should also see more involvement from the tight end position with the lack of a target hog in Davante Adams. Robert Tonyan has already showed the ability to be an excellent receiver in an offense that is still projected to win almost double-digit games in the NFC North. It's a spot where we like Tonyan, and he still should be scoring touchdowns. So at a tight end 17, I'll take the risk with the injury and take a stab on the veteran. Next player and 2 left we're going to do here. Tyler Higbee coming off the board, tight end 19, 163.9. Now, there's nothing flashy about Tyler Higbee, but he does play the tight end position on an offense that is going to be scoring among the most points in the NFL. And they're an efficient offense at that. Last year, they were passing at the 10th highest rate in neutral game scripts, 15th in plays per game. Higbee had 85 targets. That's only a 15.7% target share, and it's probably not going to get too much higher. But this team's going to be scoring a ton of touchdowns. And we're talking about an attachment to the LA Rams at tight end 19 overall. No, he's not going to be scoring among the top 5 at the position, but this guy is virtually going undrafted in fantasy leagues. I mean, there is a chance that he's just available as a streamer in your leagues, but if you are looking for a steady option at the tight end position all year long, Tyler Higbee is a good option as the tight end 19. Just couldn't believe that when I saw it. He's going to be on the field almost every single snap. And the final player we'll talk about here is a potential breakout candidate, late career breakout candidate, Hayden Hurst. He moves over to Cincinnati, and he's had a really interesting career. It's a guy that's a former first-round pick. He was an older first-round pick, but he's never actually gotten the full opportunity. In his first couple of years with Baltimore, he was playing alongside Mark Andrews, which is a tough player to get targets around. From there, he had one season with Atlanta where he caught 56 of 85 targets for 571 yards and 6 scores, which is solid. But the next year, Atlanta drafted Kyle Pitts, and then Hurst went back to 31 targets. He's actually been decently efficient in his career. 1.21 is his yards per route run. That's actually better than a guy like Tyler Higbee, but Hurst has never gotten the chance. Now in Cincinnati, it appears he's going to do so. CJ Uzomah is gone. This team has 68 available targets on the tight end position, and there's a chance that that creeps even higher in terms of his raw target volume this year. We saw CJ Uzomah break out late in last year's season, and no, he's not going to compete with Jamar Chase or T. Higgins, maybe even Tyler Boyd, but it's a spot where you're also taking a player who's on an elite scoring offense with a lot of touchdown potential here, similar to Tyler Higbee. So an ADP of 180.4, literally going undrafted in some leagues, tight end 23, Hayden Hurst makes a lot of sense as a potential breakout candidate for an elite offense. But that'll do it for us today. Let me know in the comment section what you think of these potential league-winning tight ends. I know we went through some late-round guys. And also let me know who you think might be a tight end sleeper to watch that could be a league winner in this year's fantasy football season. My name is Matt Gajeski on Twitter at Matt_Gajeski. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you again next time.